My parents completely discarded me and missed every moment of my life for my sister, so I purposely did not tell them that the unmovable event they were missing now was my wedding. Growing up, I learned to expect nothing. When I made honor roll, Dad would glance at my report card and say, "Good job." When Kendall brought home a C+, we'd go to her favorite restaurant to celebrate her trying her best. I stopped inviting them to things after they missed my high school graduation. Kendall had a cheer competition 3 hours away. Not even nationals, just regionals. They chose that. My grandma was the only one who showed up for me, crying in the front row while I walked across that stage alone. College was my escape. I met Jordan at orientation, and we became inseparable. Started as best friends, turned into more after 2 years. My parents met her exactly once. They spent the entire dinner asking Kendall on speakerphone about her new job. When Jordan proposed last year at our favorite coffee shop, I was so happy I cried for an hour. I called my parents that night, nervous but hopeful. "Mom, Jordan proposed. We're engaged." "Oh, that's wonderful, honey." Then I heard Dad in the background talking about Kendall's promotion, and Mom got distracted. The conversation lasted maybe 3 minutes before Mom said she had to go. They never asked about the ring, never asked about our plans, nothing. We started wedding planning anyway. Jordan insisted we invite them. "They're still your parents," she said. "Maybe this will be different." I sent formal invitations, engraved, expensive, the works. Waited for RSVPs, nothing. Called twice, both went to voicemail. Finally, I decided to visit in person. First visit, I walked in ready to talk about venues and dates. Got about 2 sentences in before Dad interrupted. "Speaking of events, did you hear Kendall just got picked for some leadership training program at work?" 20 minutes of Kendall talk. 0 questions about my wedding. Second visit, tried again. "So I've been planning this really important event, and I'd love for you both to—" "That reminds me," Dad cut in. "Kendall's moving into a bigger apartment next month. We're helping her with the down payment. The apartment I was never offered help with." "Cool." Third visit was 3 months before the wedding. I walked in prepared. "I need to tell you about an event I'm planning. The date is completely locked in. It can't be moved." Dad didn't even look up from his phone. "When is it?" "June 14th. He frowned. "We can't make that. Kendall has her company softball game that day. She really wants us there. Not a playoff game, not a championship. A regular season recreational softball game." Mom nodded along. "You understand, right? Your sister really needs our support." I smiled so wide my face hurt. "Of course. It's totally fine. Not a big deal at all." The relief on their faces was infuriating. "Thanks for understanding," Mom said, already moving on. I never mentioned it was my wedding. If they'd read the invitation, they'd have known. If they'd listened to any of my previous visits, they'd have known, but they didn't, so I didn't clarify. June 14th arrived. The venue was perfect. A garden overlooking the lake, string lights everywhere, Jordan's grandmother's flowers as centerpieces. Grandma flew in from across the country and helped me get ready, both of us crying happy tears. The ceremony was everything I dreamed of. 110 people who actually cared about me, cheering as I married the love of my life. Jordan's parents welcomed me into their family with open arms. My friends gave My parents completely discarded me and missed every moment of my life for my sister, so I purposely did not tell them that the unmovable event they were missing now was my wedding. Growing up, I learned to expect nothing. When I made honor roll, Dad would glance at my report card and say, "Good job." When Kendall brought home a C+, we'd go to her favorite restaurant to celebrate her trying her best. I stopped inviting them to things after they missed my high school graduation. Kendall had a cheer competition 3 hours away. Not even nationals, just regionals. They chose that. My grandma was the only one who showed up for me, crying in the front row while I walked across that stage alone. College was my escape. I met Jordan at orientation, and we became inseparable. Started as best friends, turned into more after 2 years. My parents met her exactly once. They spent the entire dinner asking Kendall on speakerphone about her new job. When Jordan proposed last year at our favorite coffee shop, I was so happy I cried for an hour. I called my parents that night, nervous but hopeful. "Mom, Jordan proposed. We're engaged." "Oh, that's wonderful, honey." Then I heard Dad in the background talking about Kendall's promotion, and Mom got distracted. The conversation lasted maybe 3 minutes before Mom said she had to go. They never asked about the ring, never asked about our plans, nothing. We started wedding planning anyway. Jordan insisted we invite them. "They're still your parents," she said. "Maybe this will be different." I sent formal invitations, engraved, expensive, the works. Waited for RSVPs.